So Big Ballin Crying, another race hustle tactic coming right up. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Common Sense Logic Reason, and thank y'all for joining me today. So Big Ballin Crying. If you were unaware, Big Ballin is a song by the Big Tymers, right? And the Big Tymers are notoriously known for living a lavish lifestyle, boasting and bragging about it, or flossing, as they say. You know what I'm saying? Living ghetto fabulous. And the chorus of the song goes, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, Kimosabe. Big balling is my hobby." Now, if you've never heard the song before, I'll put a link in the description so you can go hear it for yourself to see where I'm coming from, what I'm talking about. Now, what is Big Ballin Crying? Well, it's pretty much a race hustler frustration move. It's a frustration tactic. And they're used to crying about white supremacy, racism, white nationalism, and America is not good for people of color, right? Even though everybody's trying to get here and people of color sneak into this place, right? And they just used to pulling that race card and being unabated, nobody challenging them. But as soon as you challenge them and you destroy all the BS, which I do all the time, then they get, as I say, they get frustrated, and as almost a knee-jerk reaction, they start bragging about the successes they have in life, right? And you're like, okay, well, wait a minute. If you're being successful, then what are you crying about? Oppression and all this nonsense, And they do this as a way of almost trying to one up you, to get back to you, to say that they're being successful and to brag about it, right? Now, again, to sum it up, basically, so with the liberal two-handed arguments, those leftist two-handed arguments is, on one hand it's, whoa, 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 Kimosabe, I'm being oppressed. Then on the other hand is, big balls is my hobby. I'm big balling and I'm making big things happen. And again, I'm like, okay, so then what are you crying about? It's ridiculous, it's the stupidity of these race hustlers on the left. That's when they're full of crap. Now, an example of this, perfect example off the top of my head that I can remember, this was a few years ago. I say it was a while ago, and this is back when AOL or Black Voices was still on AOL, and I was on there, and I was basically challenging this particular person who was crying about racism and this and that. And in true fashion, I asked him to explain exactly what systematic white supremacy is stopping them from doing achieving, or they from doing achieving. I don't know what the race of the person was. And they said, ain't nothing stopping them. And like, okay, if nothing is stopping you, then you're crying about nothing, right? Then this person went on to say how they make a 6-figure salary and their web development business. And I'm like, okay, but you're sitting there crying about all this oppression while doing very well for yourself. And that's just a common tactic amongst the left. And these race hustlers, that is. Now, if you have, deal with any race hustlers for any length of time, you will run into this, no doubt, if you haven't already run into it. But the reason why I make these videos exposing their tactics is so that when you do run into them, you won't be caught by surprise and you'll know how to respond, right? And trust me, they do this often, let me tell you. But anyway, if you ever hear any of these race hustlers doing that big ball of crying, well, now you know, and knowing it's half the battle. And as always, y'all, and until next time.